Hey guys, it's Ryan here with HobbiesofaMan once again, and today we're doing another comic book review. Today we're looking at Transformers issue 12. There are no changes to the team. However, this is the last arc, or the last issue, where Jorge Corona does the artwork. After this, I can't remember who it is, but it's going to be someone that is, as far as I remember, relatively well known. And I think that we've seen images of what their art is going to look like, and it's going to look pretty awesome. So I'm really excited about that. I think that they've been doing a great job at continuing on with the artist here, right? Daniel Warren Johnson has a very particular style. Jorge Corona has a particular style that he's managing to, kind of work into Daniel Warren Johnson's, and I'm sure that it's going to continue on from there, and I'm really happy about that. So this continues basically directly on from last time. At the end of the last issue, if I remember correctly, Ultra Magnus ran away in terror after having a bit of a PTSD episode, some sort of anxiety attack of sorts that you can kind of say. Carly is watching as this happens. She sees that Cliff is in danger, and Soundwave rallies the Decepticons. Carly drives through the portal, crashes into Soundwave, I think, as the Autobots are getting overrun, and she manages to get Soundwave to leave Cliff alone. He releases him, and at this point, the scale of the robots is really, really wacky. My understanding is that Cliff is short, right? He's about 3 times as tall as Carly. Optimus is about like 8 times as tall as Carly. I did not think Soundwave was that much taller than Cliff Jumper. I thought he was about slightly taller. But the way that, we see this panel, it seems like he's like 100 times taller than him. He holds Cliff Jumper in his hand in like a really tiny way, and it looks almost like he's holding an action figure. So I actually, initially I had this as a complaint, but I actually really appreciate it because it makes the characters come off more evil than they are, right? Soundwave looks horrifying, and the way in which he looks so big compared to Cliff Jumper is really, really cool. So that's pretty interesting. Devastator crushes Carly's truck. She manages to get away, and the Autobots decide to go on the offensive here now that they've had enough of a distraction where they can kind of regroup, right? And this ends up causing Cliff to get thrown into Cybertron across the portal, and he manages to stop the Combaticons before they make it through the portal. Optimus and Alita knock down Devastator in a kind of ingenious way. They kind of just basically cut his weight down by crushing one of his knees, essentially. It's the same kind of concept as doing that. And as he falls, he crushes the Harvester, which means that Cybertron is not getting any energon anymore, which is pretty interesting. Then Shockwave decides to run away. Optimus follows him. He rips one of the Combaticons' arms off. We get to see a little bit of a PTSD episode here. And this is happening as he starts to beat the shit out of Shockwave. He manages to do it. Sorry, did I say Shockwave? I think I meant the Soundwave. And he manages to start crushing him and basically trying to destroy his eyeball, right? He's doing the thing where, like in a human perspective, it would be they're holding their head and they're trying to push their eyeballs in with their thumbs, right? Same kind of concept. Of course, it looks a little bit wonky because of the way, his face looks, but he's doing this. He almost does it. He manages to not kill him. Alita welcomes Optimus back. I mean, I guess she's happy that he's back to being a savage leader or something like that, or it might be that she's saying welcome back to Cybertron. It seems like you've been infected by the same power hungry warrior kind of berserker spirit that all of us in this planet have, and because of the war, right? And Optimus and Cliff Jumper try to go back to Earth. Alita stops them. She says, "This is our home, not Earth. Stay here." Optimus chastises her for using this bloody energon, right? This energon that was taken through the loss of human life. And he decides to destroy it. No one deserves to use this, so he kills it. Alita is horrified. Optimus and Cliff Jumper jump back to Earth, and I don't know what happens to Cliff Jumper at this point, but we focus in on Optimus as he's getting shoved down through orbit. And he's starting to burn up. I don't think he would die, right? Because that's how the Autobots initially arrived to Earth anyways. at least in like the Michael Bay movies, right? Beachcomber goes up into the stratosphere, manages to grab Optimus, and Optimus realizes, what have I done? He realizes what he did. I don't think that he's ultimately wrong in destroying the energon, but he really did cause a lot of issues for the people back on Cybertron, right? And Cliffjumper, I don't know where he went, but I'm sure that he'll come back at some point, right? And overall, this was a really bitter end to the arc. It was a really, really valuable kind of storytelling bit here, because this is like the second episode in the story. This is the Empire Strikes Back of this Transformers story, and it makes sense to end on this kind of dark, sad situation so that our characters can start to rebuild and come back stronger in the next one. And I actually really appreciate that Daniel Warren Johnson really decided to go dark. I think it's good. I think it's really enjoyable. I really, really liked what was going on. And I think that although the ending was awesome, I don't like this arc as much as the first one. I think that the first one is really, really great. It does have a kind of a similar bitter ending at the end, but it's a bit different. And in this one, there's a lot more characters introduced. A lot of them are interesting, but they're not necessarily characters I truly care about all that much, right? I don't have too much of an interest in Alita. I don't really care too much about Beachcomber or Ultra Magnus. And that's mostly because this story, I would say, focuses on Optimus. And you didn't really get as much going on for him this arc compared to last time, right? So we'll see if that changes here going forward. I kind of want to see what Spike and Carly do now, right? Now that they are basically part of this war for real, right? So, yeah, those are my thoughts on Transformers number 12. Let me know what you thought down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys later.